What's going on, Raider Nation? I'm Joe Morley, and this is Juan from the max&jjuancast. And the Raiders are 2-0. And if you don't like that, I don't know. I don't have anything for you because I like it. I'm not going to be mean to some of these guys. I know Charger fans, Chiefs fans, even Bronco fans. There's a lot of people hating out there right now because the Raiders are 2-0. But we love it. We love it, and we're going to get into it right now. That's right. That's right. Touchdown rate. And that you see that Henry Ruggs touchdown, it's like an every game thing now.
Look, just making it an everyday thing, bro. 2-0, like Joe said, bro. I don't give a damn if it's just 2 wins. I don't give a damn about the stupid excuses that everyone wants to make up on the reasons why we won. All you haters out there, the Raiders are 2-0, and it's different this year. And I'd like to welcome you guys to the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment down whatever you want. If you're a Raider fan, go ahead and comment down Raiders. If you a hater, comment down the hate too.
There's
love
the hate right there. Bringing on that Miami hate. What's up, Shakeback Media? The hate is real. The hate is real. All these, like, even 49er fans, like, come on. The Raiders have played the Ravens and the Steelers, and they beat both of them. 2 good defenses, or supposedly 2 playoff teams from last year, and the Raiders came out and smacked them around, beat them down, and you're trying to knock them down and be like, oh, they're lucky. We didn't get to play the Giants and the Jaguars our first 2 games.
And then the Jets next week.
And the Jets, no, we're playing some tough teams. Are there some injuries? Yes, but we have injuries. The Raiders have injuries. Every team has injuries. So I don't want to hear the bullshit excuses about injuries this, injuries that. Raiders went to that game against Pittsburgh losing a lot of people, a lot of injuries going in and out. We'll get to that in a little bit. But come on. Look at Mike's already in their worst first 2 weeks ever.
I love it.
I guess he must be talking about the Chargers. Couldn't even get it done against the Cowboys. E on the mic, Dolphin fan right there. Mike, you ready for this week? Or E, I call him Mike, but E on the mic. Are you ready for this Dolphin game this weekend?
Oh,
Shake
yeah,
back.
he's
Another Raider fan. Good out for the season. Yes, we talked about that season. We talked about that yesterday. It was no good. But I just want to show you this. I don't know if you guys saw this, and this picture has been going around. This is how much faith our national media had in the Raiders last week against the Steelers. Right here. Daniel Jeremiah, Adam Rain, Colleen Wolfe, Marcus Grant, one of our guys.
Maurice Jones-Drew of Oakland native.
Yes.
They didn't even want to pick us.
All these people, so-called experts, got it wrong. Done. I just want to shout them out. Like, great job. Great picks, guys. You guys did an awesome job this week.
And I just want to say this. I did it on our show. I'm eating crow. I predicted wrong. Shout out. That's why it's 2 of us, though. Because Joe predicted it right, bro. If I'm wrong, Joe's wrong. Joe's right. That's the way it's going to go. All right? It don't matter. Raiders win. I can give a damn what else happened. As long as the Raiders win, I'm happy, bro. I don't care about fantasy. I don't care about the weak-ass Chargers. All I care about is if the Raiders win, and they're 2-0. That's all that matters.
We did bring it up last week that we said when a team goes from the West Coast to the East Coast to play at the 10 o'clock start time West Coast, 1 o'clock East Coast, we get scared about it. And that was kind of on our mind, and that was on everybody's mind. But the Raiders came out, they balled out, they did what they had to do, and it was a great game. And here's a couple stats from that game right here, if I could bring it up. Derek Carr. What can we say about Derek Carr that hasn't been said already? Like,
Unbelievable.
he's having a great season so far. Mike's mad that you're talking about the Chargers. Derek Carr is leading the league in passing yards. Nobody else is over 700 yards passing. Derek Carr has 800. He's over 800. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing because our running game was non-existent in this game. Peyton Barber you can see right here, he had the most carries, and it was shit. Like, our running backs get pushed back. They go backwards.
Right.
Our wide receivers, on the other hand, hell of a game. Solomon Thomas, I was impressed with him. He finally stayed in the middle, got those sacks. And Trayvon Mullen, you're one of your favorite guys, got an interception. Anything else that you see that stands out? Like, their wide receivers did put up some stats on us.
Look, just a quick little recap of the game, obviously. I want to go on a rant. Everyone wants to say automatically with this game, to start out, you get the notification on your phone. Devin Bush and Joe Hayden out for this game. I can already hear the excuses. But like Joe said in the beginning, why aren't people talking about our injuries, our excuses? First of all, what have we been talking about all offseason, Joe, besides the defense wanting them to improve? It's been the offensive line. It's been the biggest criticism about the Raiders. So already the Raiders have a revamped offensive line.
Yep.
Now, let's throw that out there. Denzel Good, out. Incognito, out. A guy in Alex Leatherwood, our rookie right tackle, goes out in this game. So technically, if you look, 3 new offensive linemen already. I would include Andre James, a new offensive lineman too. Mm-hmm. He's only 2 games into his starting career, basically. Yes. So you got 4 brand new offensive linemen. And then to top it all off, cherry on top, arguably our second best player on the team, Josh Jacobs, is out. No one wants to bring that up, though. Everyone wants to say, Devin Bush was out, bro. TJ Watt got hurt in the second. What about our shit, bro? Like, to me, it just balances it out. Like, we had injuries. We fucking dealt with it.
Yeah, and I didn't know that this came out. I didn't know this until I was watching the game, and they said that Gruden has been preparing for it because over the last couple of years, the Raiders have had offensive linemen go in and out of the game. A lot of them hurt. So they said that Gruden during practice is putting the second and third string running linemen in and out. So Derek Carr is getting used to these guys, and it's no surprise when they actually come in the game. So they're getting prepared for it, which is a good thing. No. But they're signing linemen off the street. They just signed another one yesterday from the Giants practice squad to come in here and do all this. It's going to be a problem all year, and I believe they're going to get it fixed. I don't know, but they're doing a good job. I mean, did we get lucky? I'm saying, did the game change? We didn't get lucky. Did the game change when TJ Watt got hurt? A little bit. Were we still dominating? Did we still dominate the Steelers? And I can tell you this: yes, the Raiders were the better team on that field Sunday. TJ Watt on the field, TJ Watt off the field. The Raiders were going and driving and doing whatever they needed to do, even with TJ Watt on there. TJ Watt might have had 1 or 2 more sacks.
Yeah.
But the Raiders weren't finishing the drives in the first half. They started finishing them in the second half. That's all I got to say. Like,
last time I checked, TJ Watt doesn't play offense for the Steelers either.
No. No, he does not. And the Raiders play a hell of a game. We talked about it. And everybody laughed at me. Everybody laughed at me this offseason when I said the Raiders our defense will be improved. The Raiders defense will be improved. The D-line is better than expected. And everybody said, ha, 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 bull crap. I've seen a lot of Charger fans, a lot of AFC West fans talking a lot of crap. But this is what you get. You get the Raiders starting 2-0 with Miami Dolphins coming to town. And
with no Tua.
Yeah, no Tua. I don't want to get into that game yet. We'll get into that game in just a few minutes. Here's a couple of news and notes of what's going on. Of course, we're just like we talked about the injuries. Carr's hurt, Jacobs hurt, Leatherwood's hurt, Incognito's hurt. Name a player. He's probably on the injured reserve. He's probably on the injured list right now. Daniel Carlson, for the second straight week, a Raider has had a player win a player of the week. This one is special teams. Daniel Carlson is the player of the week for the AFC. And then again, the Raiders will not face Tua this Sunday as he is out with a rib injury. Here is the updated, just came out like a couple minutes ago. Here's our injury report. As you can see, Derek Carr played today. Incognito did not participate. Jacobs did not participate. Wachowski was limited. I can't really see this. It's really small on my screen. Teamer is out, and Levitt did not participate. But look, those are the injuries. I even put the Dolphins on there, so if you guys want to see the Dolphins one. But see, we are dealing with injuries too. We're dealing with injuries too. So you want all these haters want to bring it on. Let's go. What's up, Bodo? How's it going? Raider Nation, shine it through. Everybody as in me. So Mike thinks that we're only checking in. Any of these injuries stand out to you before week two? Before the week 3 matchup?
Yeah, it's a great sign that Alex Leatherwood was a full go today in practice. That's really encouraging. I do not want Brandon Parker out there. Derek Carr also, that's good. I think we can survive with Incognito. It doesn't look like Incognito is going to play this week. But I think the most important one out of there is Josh Jacobs. You got to see what's wrong with him. I know it's not even his ankle, it's his toe too. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully he can get back though, man. We need him. I just think he's going to improve our run game.
Yeah, I think we need him back too. Kenyon Drake is good, but he hasn't been able to get it going out of the backfield. He's been able to catch the ball. He's good as a receiving back, but nothing else. And I don't know. I think Peyton Barber I think he's done. I think he's trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Henry Ruggs for remembering he was a first-round pick. It's not that he was remembering. It's just that he's on the field getting that timing, and the whole team they're finally playing around him. That's all I got to say. I like what the Raiders are doing. It's getting there. But, yeah, like we said, Henry Ruggs catching long touchdowns is going to be the new thing, everyday thing now. Raiders 2-1 soon. Enjoy your unbeaten record. We will. I don't care. You can't. We're 2-0, and you cannot take that shit away from us. How about that? You cannot take it away. You can't take it away. And when it comes down to it, and this is what somebody was talking, some Bronco fan was talking crap to me the other day. A good buddy of mine, but he was talking crap, and he's like, last time I checked, they don't care it doesn't matter who you beat. As long as they go by records. I go, actually, it does matter because these two wins over the Steelers and the Ravens, when it gets to playoff time, and say we're like tied with another team or tied with the Broncos, beating the Ravens and the Steelers are better than beating the Giants and the Jets and the Jaguars. These make up the difference. These are your tiebreaker games that we need, and these are games that in the past the Raiders probably would have lost.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. I'm glad that they're pulling these off. Now, am I scared about this weekend? Am I scared about the Miami Dolphins? Just a little bit, because for some reason the Raiders always play Miami different, and they always go down to their level, even with Tua being out. Jacoby Brissett is still a threat. Like you could say how Jacoby Brissett played last week against Buffalo. You could say he threw some picks, he played bad, but he wasn't getting those starter reps. This week, he's getting every single starter rep. He's watching film on the Raiders. He's going in there as a starter, as the guy who's ready to play. Your thoughts on Miami and how the Raiders will be ready this Sunday for him?
Yeah, the Raiders have never played all that well against Miami. I remember a couple years back when they had Reggie Bush over there, and I think it was our opener. They kicked the shit out of us, bro. Like Miami's just always been a bad matchup for the Raiders. And then you look at the most recent one last year. I mean, they got lucky with Fitz magic with that bull stuff. Like it's just always retarded shit happening. But you brought up Jacoby Brissett. I'm a big fan of Jacoby Brissett. I'm not gonna lie. I think Tua being out is a good thing for the Dolphins. I'm not a big Tua guy. Me and Max predicted that he was gonna get hurt. What happened? He got hurt. The dude doesn't protect his body at all. So the Raiders playing Jacoby Brissett, I still think they are gonna win this game though, because One thing that the Dolphins have is a bad offensive lineman. And the Raiders D-line has been playing amazing. The defense has been playing amazing. That's the biggest difference with this 2-0 start. It's been the defense. Me and Joe knew the offense was going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
They Waller, Jacobs, Carr, like we know what they bring to the table. They were going to be a top 10 offense in our opinion, and it's looking like it. All the question marks were on defense. And you know what? They're answering the bell because they've been playing phenomenal these last 2 weeks. And it starts with the defensive line. And what does Miami have? Like I said, weak O-line. We have to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and the Raiders D-line is doing a great job. We talked after week 1 that the defensive tackles kind of need to stay in their spot. So when Max Crosby and Ngakoue and the defensive ends go and force the quarterback into the pocket, that they're there to hit him. And that was one of the issues against Lamar Jackson. He would just run up. Big Ben did it a couple times, but Solomon Thomas is able to, Big Ben doesn't have that speed like he used to. But yeah, Jacoby Brissett is a big, big quarterback, and it's going to take a lot to take him down. Raiders, come on. Like these guys think that
I know they think like it's all fun. Like, come on.
They think we're Cowboy fans. Like we're gonna come on here and be like, "Yeah, Raiders Super Bowl." Yeah, we're not like that. We're realistic fans. But 2-0 is 2-0, and you can't take that away. At the end of the day, we can go 2-15, but we still went 2-0 to start it. You can't take this away.
Exactly.
In the moment. I'm thinking about putting my picks change curse on the Raiders. Do what you got to do, Mike. It doesn't work because what you do in your life doesn't affect Derek Carr on the field, and Derek Carr's had one hell of a season.
You know what we should do, Joe? We should just start a charity for the Charger fans, and just not even for the Charger fans, just for the Charger team in general. Get a fundraiser, buy a bunch of tickets, bro, and just so they have some fans of their own in the stand, because the Cowboys had a home game this weekend. If you guys didn't know,
yes, they did.
And the Chargers should get number 1, get a kicker, and number 2, get a fan base before they start talking shit about us. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm trying not to look ahead to. I want the Miami game. We want to win this Miami game, and then we got the Chargers. We got them on Monday night, and I'm not going to look ahead, but you already saw how the Cowboy fans took over that stadium. Do you not think the Raider fans are going to take over? We've been calling SoFi our second home, right? The NFL built us 2 brand new stadiums last year. They built us one in LA and one in Vegas. That's how great it was. And maybe we'll get Mike on here next week so we can talk about him. Mike, check your Instagram, because I sent you a video of a Charger fan in the middle of the game last week changing over to a Cowboy jersey. And our guy Raider Cody, he's a big guy on Twitter, Raider Cody, he posted it and he said the Chargers fan count went from 7 to 6 on that one, if you guys didn't notice. But I'm talking about the Dolphins. I believe they have a great defense. I still like their defense. Yeah. And that's what kind of gets me a little bit, because you talked about our offensive line, how banged up they are, how we're mixing and matching right there. How we at one point we have to get the run game going. We have to get the run game going. And in my eyes, this could be a little trap game for the Raiders, because they are sitting at 2-0. They just beat 2. Now they're going into the week 3 thinking, oh, Miami's without Tua. And a lot of people are thinking that Miami's without Tua, the Raiders should just run through them. No, because that defense is pretty good over in Miami. The Dolphins have that good defense, and our offense can struggle if the running game and we become one-dimensional. John Gruden probably won't do that because he loves to run the ball, and sometimes I think he forces it even if it's not working.
Yeah.
But that's
what's surprising, Joe. That's what's surprising this year is that, I mean, from the jump on Monday night, I was absolutely shocked the amount of times that we passed the ball. But I mean, I guess it's a new turning point for the Raiders. You can't have that bad of a running game though in the NFL. It's kind of like the Bills last year, how they were so good with Josh Allen throwing the ball, ran a lot of 5 wide receiver sets and 4, and they couldn't run the ball. Like, it was a problem for them. Like, you have to be able to run the ball in big games. Like, at some point, it's going to wind up biting you in the ass.
Well, the Chiefs aren't running the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but I really do feel like they're probably the only exception to the rule because they got probably the best quarterback in the league.
So Mike wants to know how the Raiders linebackers are doing. Of course, they're banged up. None of them were on there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well,
9,
not to
10.
mention our defense took a big hit to start the season. No one talks about it. We have 2 starters off the freaking street. They literally came in after week 3 of the preseason. A week before the season started, we added KJ Wright and Denzel Perryman. No one wants to talk about that though. And our defense, like, just numerous things. Nicholas Morrow is almost out for the whole season, I think. And he's on IR. Like, he was our starting Mike linebacker. No one wants to bring that up though.
So I just looked right now. The Raiders are the 16th best defense in the NFL total yards, 16th in passing yards given up, and 16th in rushing yards given up. So they're straight 16 across the board.
Yeah.
Points wise is where they probably make it up. And I didn't do that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11th in points given up.
That's great. And yeah, yards are irrelevant, man. Yards are the most overrated stat. I can care less what we do in yards. It's all about turnovers and points.
So right off the bat in 2 games, the Raiders went from last year giving up 28 points a game. They're giving up 22 points a game, which is an improvement because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Raiders, none of their defensive staff worked together. That first unit never worked together at all in the preseason. The first time they all took the field as a collective unit was week 1 against Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. And they did good. So and like you said, 2 linebackers came in right at the last moment, and they've been making an impact there. And it's only an improvement from there. Once you start working together, you start learning each other, find out where everybody's going to be at. I mean, the Raiders just released Lawson on his, because he was going to come back. Normally they would have brought him back, but since everybody's playing so damn good, and they don't need him anymore.
I mean, Nate Hobbs, bro. Shout out to Nate Hobbs. Me and you were talking about this guy numerous times in the preseason because he was one of the brightest spots that we've seen. He just popped out while playing. He was obvious. And for him to be a starter for the Raiders in the way that he's playing, it's absolutely amazing because we got 2 rookies, Trayvon Moehrig and Nate Hobbs. Those guys have been playing, really solid. Like, I'm waiting for Nate Hobbs to just create a fumble or a turnover sooner or later because it's going to happen.
Yeah. Hey, Felke, it's funny that you say Cowboys defense over the Raiders defense. Do you know they're running the same damn defense? Do you know that? Gus Bradley and Dennis, what's his name?
Their defensive coordinator, Quinn. Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Dan Quinn. They run the same defense. You know who made that defense? Gus Bradley. Bradley. It's just that the Raiders have a little bit more talent on defense than the Cowboys do right now. But the Cowboys have a shutdown quarterback. So, I mean, I'm not going to get into the Cowboys right now. We'll get into that Thanksgiving week when the Raiders and Cowboys go at it. But right now we're talking about the Miami Dolphins. There you go. See, Mike, we already got it. We didn't even need your help. We already got it before you. But Raider fans should be excited. Raider fans, live this up. Talk your shit. Do what you want. It's been. I'm trying to remember the last time we were 2-0. And it was when Marshawn Lynch was dancing on the sideline. Remember, they beat the Jets down, and they were playing the music, and Lynch was like, Yeah. And then they went on and had a horrible season the rest of the year.
Right.
That was like Jack Del Rio's last season, right?
Mm.
So you have to be optimistic about it. Both of you and I said 9 to 10 wins for the Raiders were realistic. Two wins is a great start to get there. So. Yeah. But we still have 15 more games to go.
Yeah. I just think it's different circumstances this year. I really do. I think it's number 1, the opponents, and number 2, it's the defense, bro. If whoever watches these games, it's so obvious the improvement that the Raiders are having on defense. Like, they're legit. I think they're a legit defense. If you have a pass rush, you're legit. And the Raiders have that. Like, Max Crosby is a problem. Yeah,
Mike said you're all going to get screwed up when you play a passing quarterback against that garbage defense. Okay, Big Ben's not a passing quarterback. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't have the worst rushing game in the league right now. Come on. I want a passing quarterback because then our D-line is going to tear you up. You sit back there. Be that sitting duck back there. We played Lamar Jackson week 1, and we did great against them. There's not going to be a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson sitting back there and having to worry about running and passing the ball. Lamar Jackson's not a great passer, but that run threat makes your D-line think a little bit more.
You've seen what the Ravens did to the Chiefs. I think it just made the Raiders look a lot better. Like, it just ensured that win against the Ravens. Like, the Ravens are good. They're still a really good team. But despite all these injuries, they're well coached, and Lamar Jackson is a superstar. And the Raiders beat them. Like, though the 2 wins are undeniable. Like, you can't deny it, bro. They're 2 great wins. Like Joe said, it's not like the Donkeys, how they beat the Giants and who else did they play? Who they played this week?
The Jaguars.
Urban
like, Meyer and his college
bottom dwellers.
It is what we know. We're Raider fans. We got a lot of hate. We know.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the Raiders. Nobody's gonna love it. But when the Raiders come out and they win, it's great for us. It pisses a lot of people off, and it's even funnier because the Raiders, a lot of doubt, a lot of these dumb people came out. A lot of and maybe they're still right. Maybe it's still early in the season and I'm just overhyping it. But a lot of people came out and they said the Raiders were only going to have 5 wins. Take those 5 wins, shove it up your ass right now. How about that? Because the Raiders have 2 of your 5. And I could be dead wrong. Maybe the Raiders go on a losing streak, lose all of them, and I eat crow at the end of this. But like you said, there's a different feel around this team. As long as they stay healthy, I think they're going to be exactly where we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season.
No.
The weakness in the defense when you – Mike, we just played 2 of the top teams in the AFC. You lost to the Cowboys.
So do the Steelers not stretch you out? Like, do they not have weapons? They got probably one of the best wide receiving cores in the league. Deontay Johnson, Claypool, and Juju Smith.
Did the
Steelers is that not good enough?
Did the Steelers not beat the Bills in week 1? And that's one of the teams that you listed. Then the Chiefs. Did the Ravens not turn around after they lost to the Raiders and beat the Chiefs? Come on, Mike.
Mike's just drinking that haterade, man. Why don't you go ahead and write a letter to the NFL about the reffing, okay? Stick to that.
NFL. As one of the 6 Charger fans, I cannot take this anymore. And then if the Raider Nation continues to win, we will leave. Come on, man. Here, we'll get to our predictions. I'm 2-0 on the season. You, unfortunately, did take the Raiders.
What it was.
Last week. We talked about that. We understood why you took them to lose. You weren't and it wasn't that bad. But this week,
and I predicted a close game. It was obvious that it was going to be a close game, and it was. It was a 2-point game until the 4th quarter, you know. But our boy Henry Ruggs, man,
we got to come up with a name for him for Henry Ruggs this season. Mike's probably going to hate on this. Mike, you ready? Mike, welcome to the bad ref. We're the Raiders.
We always get bad refing.
There's a lot of go back. The immaculate reception. There's a lot of things that you can go. I mean, you are a Charger fan, and we did the holy roller against you, but there's a lot of stuff that you can go back and the Raiders have had horrible officiating. The NFL came out and said nothing's going to happen to Hunter Renfrow when the Ravens were taking a bunch of cheap shots on him. Anyways.
Charger fans are not historians, Joe. You know what I notice about Charger fans? They hate bringing up their history because they don't have any. Their history sucks. Their most history they want to go back is LT.
But here, Mike. We'll give you something to hate about. Here you guys go. Here's our prediction for this Sunday's game. Check it out. Read it and weep. You're going a little bit closer than I'm going, but I'm predicting a shellacking by the Raiders. How about that?
I love it.
You know what? When I was doing my score prediction, in my head, for some reason, I have a defensive touchdown happening this weekend. So that I was gonna go 27-13 around that area, but I was like in my head something told me a defensive touchdown is gonna change this game, and there I go.
Casey Hayward, I feel like he's gonna get his hands on the ball sooner or later.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Casey Hayward.
28-10.
Okay,
I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that, Mike. I don't want to hear no switching with your pick'ems. I don't want to hear no switching. Whether I'm on YouTube or Instagram and I see a clip of your picks, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Screenshot this right now. Put it up the board. But it's funny that you mentioned Casey Hayward because Mike, as a Charger fan, and my co-host on a lot of other stuff, and the co-founder of the Warzone Sports Network. So I watch a lot of his stuff, and he put a thing up about the Raiders and how they're going to go 2-7 the end of their schedule and all this crap. Telling Charger fans to relax is going to be okay. One Charger fan in the comment section says, "I know, haha. Do you even know anybody in their secondary?" Yes, dumbass. Casey Hayward. He came from your team.
That's that Charger. Those Charger fans love to come out, man.
He allowed 0 catches against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and these are some good wide receivers in Pittsburgh. He allowed 0 catches.
Man, one other thing I want to bring up about the game. Well, like, what scares you about this game, Joe? Like, what's the worst case scenario for the Raiders? Because for me, I'll tell you what my fear is, and I believe we can do it because the last 2 teams we played, Ravens, Steelers, especially the Steelers are heavy zone defense. The Raiders are great against zone defense. I think they're perfect. I know Darren Waller is going to beat his one-on-one matchup. He's going to win his matchup in man-to-man. What is Henry Ruggs and Brian Edwards going to do in man-to-man against the Byron Joneses, the Xavier Howards of the world? That's where I feel like the only advantage goes to the Dolphins is the man-to-man coverage. How do the Raiders respond to that?
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about because, like I said, if we don't have a running game, we become one-dimensional. It makes it a lot easier to go after us, especially with the injuries on the offensive line. You're going to be able to eat on us. And that's what worries me. If the offense comes out and just falls apart, our whole team will fall apart, no matter how good the defense has been playing. Miami is good. Like they're giving up rushing yards. They're not giving up a lot of passing yards this year so far in the 2 games. They got blown out by the Bills, but you throw that one out the window. They played the Patriots.
I think that score was a little bit, worse than how the game looked, to be honest. I don't think they got as messed up as the score looked. I think the Dolphins just, Tua got hurt. Nothing really couldn't get going. 34-13. Yeah, right, Joe. Well, is this a Cowboy fan?
He's a Cowboy fan. He's our local troll. But, hey, for my credit, for a little bit of credit here, I've been pretty damn close every week, right?
Yeah,
I think I said 34-24 over the Ravens. Yeah. It was 33-27 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last week I said 23-20, and it was 26-17.
Yeah,
so I've been pretty close.
Pretty close, man.
I think if you're off by 1 or 2 scores, or like 1 score, I think you're pretty good. So I'm trying to be realistic, but do I feel the trap game coming a little bit? That's it. I just feel that our offense needs to get everything going. They've been playing good. This seems like one of those games that the Raiders normally give us, right? Because as a Raider fan, you've been here. We've been up and down. We're excited about 2-0, but we've been here before. We've seen this story. And usually they drop one game that we're like, we should win this game and we should be able to spank it. And there's always that one game that goes, ugh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think.
But
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm excited about the offense though, man, because even though we're talking about Ruggs and Edwards, I think our offense just doesn't stop from there. I think we have one of the most underrated offenses in the league because of our weapons. Hunter Renfro's a legit threat. in the NFL. Like, he's big in our offense. Foster Monroe, I love what he's been bringing to the table. Foster Monroe, bro, like when we run that 2 tight end set, it's so deadly. It's like pick your poison. Both of our tight ends are big playmakers.
He should be in the game a little bit more. I saw it again last week.
I thought of you, bro, when I seen that. I thought of you.
I'm like, what are we doing throwing to Alec Ingold when you have Foster Moreau? And I talked about him, and Tony Tucker told me to shut up about Foster Moreau during the offseason. And I said, just wait. And then last week on our show, we said if you're playing Darren Waller in fantasy, he's going to have a bad week because Pittsburgh's usually shut down tight ends. He had an okay week. He didn't have a great week like he did the week 1. But who got the touchdown? Who got the touchdown last week? Monroe did. So
yeah, he's big, man. Our offense has a lot of legit weapons. Like what the Raiders basically did, was one of the big reasons why we took a lot of field goals, I feel like, is the Raiders were just fine with just letting the Steelers die of a just slow, painful death. Just dump off here, dump off there. It's all right. You guys are going to get tired of it. And sure enough, the Steelers did. The Steelers stopped the little 4-yard, 5-yard little passes and all the in-between stuff. And they're like, you know what? We got to take a chance. What happens when you take a chance? You forget about Henry Ruggs, bro. That can just run past the defense. The Raiders got underrated weapons, man. I'm excited. Like, just talking about it, I think Renfro can have a big game because I don't think you can play man defense on Renfro. I think it's really tough.
Yeah. We talked about it in the offseason when Jalen Ramsey in training camp and Renfro. I think that gave him a lot of confidence. Hunter Renfro just goes out there and plays. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I already threw the scores up. I'll throw it up again. This is our predictions for this week. We're predicting another Raider win, which would be 3-0. Then a bunch more haters will come out, and it'll be great. And then we'll go into Monday night ready for that. But
I mean, it's gonna be huge, bro. We got to stack up these wins. We gotta take advantage of the loss with the Chiefs and the Chargers. Both of them lost last week. That's huge because I really do think Denver's gonna fall off. I do think so. I think their cupcake schedule, their defense is legit, but their offense it's unknown, bro. I don't have faith in Melvin Gordon. Teddy Bridgewater's a game manager. He's not going to win you games. Once they start playing better opponents, I think they'll start losing.
See, I want to go with the Raiders in my survivor pick this week, and I'm like, no. Do I do it or not? Because I know a lot of people are probably going to take Denver over the Jets, right?
Yeah.
And I have a little bit of faith that the Jets are going to turn around some week. And I know the Raiders should be able to beat the Dolphins. Should I make that my survivor pick this week? I only get one strike, so if I lose, I'm out.
I've been perfect on my locks of the week. Basically, me and Max call it the soul pick of the week, but this will be a good one, man. Because
Mike brought up a good point. Chargers are playing the Chiefs this week. Chargers. So one of those teams will be
exactly
at the end of the day. Broncos. You can almost put it on the board unless, like I said, I'm hoping the Jets come out and play a different game.
Yeah.
But you can almost put it on the board that the Broncos are going to be 3-0.
Yeah, and me and Joe understand it's the NFL; anyone can win, but we're just going with the obvious. I think, like me and Joe can agree. Jets are just terrible. It's so hard to pick them, man. It's just
I'm rooting for the Jets. Trust me.
Yeah.
But it's that Bronco defense. Vic Fangio ain't a push around. He knows what he's doing. They did lose Bradley Chubb, which is a big deal, but they have enough playmakers on that defense.
I just hope the Chiefs and the Chargers just beat up each other. I don't care who wins. Hope it ends up in the tie, and they just beat up on each other.
No, it doesn't, because the Ravens beat the Chiefs, and the Raiders beat the Ravens. So that makes the Raiders the best team in the NFL. Oh, have you ever seen that? Like, people do that.
Yeah,
like they do like a complete circle, like of all the teams, like. This team beat this team, which beat this team, which beat this team, and then they do it. So that makes the Browns the best team, or whatever it is.
It's tough, man. It's only 2 weeks in. I just love the blueprint that the Raiders have, though.
it just shows you how, like we talked about it in the offseason, how tough this AFC West is going to be.
Yeah.
There's not one. Say what we're talking a lot of crap about the Broncos and their tough schedule, but say what you want, they're a good team. They're better than
They're
expected.
solid. They're solid. Their defense
do we
is
consider
really
them the worst
good.
team in our division? Yes.
Yeah.
So I know Mike is going to be upset, but Chargers have to prove it. Chargers went out there and did a lot of work this offseason, but they're having a lot of injuries. So there's injuries. Injuries affect the game. I watched Monday night or Sunday, and we were live for that, and I watched the whole Chiefs game, and I said the same thing about the Chiefs that I'm saying about the Raiders. You at one point you need to play defense, and you need to have a running game, and if you don't have that, you're going to get beat in the NFL.
I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs just proved that like you don't need that, but I completely agree with you. Like for the most part, I just think the Chiefs, man, just they take that rule and they crumble it up and throw it in the trash can. And it don't matter. I mean, let's be real though. Let's be real. Like the Ravens still played good, but as far as that game, like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, if he don't fumble, we're not having this conversation.
That's true too. That is true. But I mean, if Lamar Jackson doesn't fumble against us, we're not having a 2-0 conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anything can happen in a game, and I never do the what if. I go of what we're doing, what we're looking at right now. The Ravens won that game fair and square, and I'm ready for.
I just think the Chiefs win so many games like that. Like they always, for them, it's just more of the turnover aspect. The last few Super Bowl champions have been average on defense with no running game. I don't know about that. I think some teams going in, like if you look at the season stats, possibly yes, but I think when you go into how they got there and the wins, I think during the playoffs they find ways to run the ball. Defense is completely different. Everyone always wants to look at yards. It's not about yards. You can give up all the yards you want, but if you get turnovers and stop teams to field goals or even no points, like the yards are irrelevant. I don't care how many yards you get. It's like Jameis Winston. Like, why aren't we talking about Jameis Winston when he had that big old year with a bunch of yards, but he threw a bunch of interceptions? It's all about the turnovers.
And talking about quarterbacks, let me talk about a quarterback right now. Everybody, this is what I hate. Keep the damn same energy you had in the offseason about these Raiders. Fact. If you hated the Raiders in the offseason like Mike did, and Mike is keeping that same energy, keep it. I hate turning on the TV and watching these guys on the national media, on ESPN, on Fox News, all this stuff going, the Raiders, what a great team. And what an amazing elite quarterback Derek Carr is. When 2 weeks ago, they were bashing his ass and saying how bad he was. And now he's the greatest quarterback. Me and you have been talking about how great Derek Carr could be. We've seen it. He's only thrown 70%, completed 70% of his passes the last couple of years. But we finally have a defense to complement him and win some games. And now we're 2-0. And now everybody sees how great he is. Now he's coming to light. This guy's been balling out like this his whole career.
Look, you got to give Derek Carr credit, Joe, because he's not that young of a player. You would argue, like, I think he's in his mid-30s already almost. I think he's about like 32, 33 years old. This guy just keeps on improving, whether it's turning over the ball or whether it's going through his progressions. Like Derek Carr improves every year, whether you want to go numbers or the eye test. And you got to give it up to him because it's hard for guys to elevate their game every year, and Derek Carr, it seems like every year, especially under John Gruden, it's just every year, improvement. It's great to see, man. You got to give it up to Carr. I always thought Carr was a great quarterback and a guy that can lead you to a championship. You need a little bit more stuff. It's not like he's one of the, like, I'm not saying he's Rodgers or Mahomes.
No, not at all.
Of course not. I don't think me and Joe ever would say that. But Carr's one of those guys. How you give him an offense, you give him some weapons, and you have a good structure around him, he's gonna get the job done. He's capable of doing it because he's a little bit more than a game manager. He can throw the ball deep, like all this check down Charlie bull stuff, like that's non-existent with Carr. Aiden Carr's like a veteran now. He takes what the defense gives him. He knows when to take shots. And you already know his character as a like he cares about the Raiders. This is a dude. You can easily be a pouty ass girl like Deshaun Watson and say, I want out of here. We suck. You know what I mean? Carr's just like, I'm a Raider for life, man. Mm-hmm. Like, look at the shit that the Raiders put Derek Carr through. Like, yeah, they paid him, but look at the teams that they put around him. Look at all the coaching staffs that he's had to deal with, all the different playbooks, all the criticism, all the trade rumors, and he still wants to be a Raider. He still finds ways to improve. So don't be slobbering all over him 2 weeks into the season. Be a supporter of him before, because it was obvious.
Yeah, and that's all I'm asking. If you hated on the Raiders, you hated on Derek Carr before the season, keep that same energy. Own up to that shit. Don't be coming on the board now. Yeah. Tall Chin Chit, what's going on? He said the Bucs are above average. The Chiefs were fair on defense, and now they suck. The Bucs, but the Bucs defense is starting out the same way they started out last year, a little bit slow. And we've always known the secondary can get beat. The Chiefs, we've been waiting for that defense. Their defense played above their talent the last couple of years. And hopefully it knocks them back down. Yeah. But to stay on Derek Carr, I'm growing my hair out like Derek Carr. Me and Derek Carr are growing our hair out. How about that?
Okay. One more question, Joe. How scared were you when Carr went down?
I was pissed. I was like done. I was like,
yeah.
I mean,
this again. That's what I said.
I just like
here we go again.
First of all, cheap ass shot. Should have been a personal foul. That Mike was so late. Mike talks about Chargers not getting a call. That was a horrible non-call. Yeah. That was a cheap shot, low to the quarterback, took his ankle out.
Yeah.
And then when Derek Carr's on the ground, I'm like, holy crap. Then I'm thinking about here comes Nathan Peterman. Oh my gosh.
No faith in Peterman. Hey man, long neck, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would have more faith in Mariota. Nate Peterman fucking scares me. Okay, it ain't the preseason.
No, I have no faith in Nathan Peterman. I'm sorry. I like the way he did what he did for us in the preseason, but to take us to the playoffs, no. Yeah. Do I think he'll win like a game or two? Yes,
maybe. Oh my god!
Look, hey, you were praying. See, you got a little to no faith in Nathan Peterman. Like,
I was right too, bro. My heart stopped, man. I automatically got flashbacks from when Carr got hurt on Christmas, whatever day it was, Christmas Eve. I was like, here we go again, man. And right when the Raiders are looking great, and I'm just like, this shit has to happen. Thank God he got up. I feel like Carr be trying to like sell shit sometimes and like over dramatic, but thank God he got up, bro.
He's trying to be like LeBron and just stay down an extra
couple minutes. You know what I mean? Like kind of did. Yeah, like the cinematic type shit, you know?
If the clipboard needed to be held, I totally trust Peterman.
Exactly. Yeah, like, best clipboard holder in the league right there.
Like if our running game was 100% right now,
yeah,
maybe he can come out, he can do a great job and just like, hi, hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs, and we're good, and maybe throw the ball. But yeah, that was flashing through my head like, oh man, here comes the Peterman era. John Gruden's been getting them ready for this moment, and it's just like.
Oh man!
And even Derek Carr said I saw him say it too. Like he was always the same ankle, the same foot, everything.
Yeah.
From 2016, he goes, but I was telling myself, nope, I'm not going out like this. This is not the way I go out. And then he said like 22 of the teammates were around him.
Bro, everyone was around him. That's how you know the guy has respect in the locker room. It's just the national media. It's the national media has this narrative on Derek Carr that he's a bad quarterback and he's soft and all this and that. I don't know, man. When people have a close eye on Derek Carr, they know who he is.
If I get time, I should go back and do that. I should go back and find all these clips of all these people, especially like Mike Florio, of
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, all these guys saying oh, the Raiders are going to trade him. Trade him. This Chris Sims is probably one of the worst Raider haters out there.
No.
And then get him now. Because I saw PFF yesterday. They put their power rankings. They put the Raiders in the top 10 of their power rankings. And they said, oh, the NFL's better when the Raiders are winning. Oh, shut that shit up. Shut that up. Tall chin.
I was around. I was taking a knee too, man.
Yeah, I took my hat off. I got on my knee and I was like, oh, did all that. I lit a candle for Derek Carr. I was like, I'm ready to go. Look at this.
There got Al Davis. Help Carr get out. We're not ready for Peterman for real, man.
Yeah.
Those
man. Memes of Kevin Hart would have came out and was like, no, he wasn't ready. For Nathan real. Peterman. It would have been a whole different game. Like, I'm sorry. I like Peterman. He did everything he could for us. But hey, I like this guy. I like Tall Chin. Appreciate you joining us and talking to us on here. Good to see other Raider fans instead of some of these haters on here.
Hater Rays. Look, that's what a real fan base is like. Charger fans, you know.
Yeah, and you got to be able to take shots at your own team. You got to be able to talk Raider fans.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna call out Raider Nation. Because I think obviously Joe's not one of those Raider fans that thought like that. But you know him, Joe, and I know him too. A lot of Raider Nation was split 50-50 on Carr. Everyone wanted to blame it on Carr. But I think me and you were the most majority, like the other 50% of Raider fans saying like, dude, Carr is the worst of our problems. Like he is not the problem.
That's what I said. Carr didn't leave Kelsey open in the end zone last year.
Right.
Wide open. Right. I even put a thing on my Instagram and I put it in a couple groups on Facebook. I said, you guys still hating on Carr? And I put it in Raider fan groups. I put it in Raider fan groups. And all these Raider fans are like, well, I'm still not sure on him. You're still not sure on him. You're still not sure on Carr.
Jeez.
Get the hell out of here. Then take that Raider shit off and go somewhere else. Because Carr's your leader. If Carr went down on Sunday, you would have saw how much he meant to this damn team.
No. He's a Raider, bro. Like, he wants to be a Raider for life. Like, how can you hate on him?
Raider Nation doesn't know about this channel yet. We will be here. Hey, every Wednesday, we're here. We're here every Wednesday. And you know what? I am going to do something I normally don't do. I am going to do the live stream of the Charger game live on this channel. And you guys can see my reactions. And I hate doing it because I hate it.
For the Raider game on Monday night?
I'll be here. I'm going to do the Monday night against the Chargers. I will do it. I
might join you, man. If you do it, I might do it. I got to see what I'm doing that day, but man, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna put it out there now. Raider Nation, be there.
49ers, really,
Packers all day. Packers all day.
I hate both teams. But I'll go with the Packers. Yeah, and the Niners, I can't stand the Niners. SoFi has a black. That shit's gonna be blacked out, bro. You already know.
Let me I feel bad because I don't know his name, but as he mentioned the black hole right now, RIP to the co-founder of the black hole. He did pass away today. If you guys know, the black hole is a big deal. It's been a big deal in Oakland. It has gone to Las Vegas. Rest in peace to him. Just to let you guys know, I don't know if you know this, the Raiders, it came out that the Raiders have the most sought-after tickets this season. So no matter where the Raiders are playing, everybody's trying to get tickets to those games. Everywhere. So the Raiders are above there again. That's something to be proud of. Raider Nation should be proud of that because we travel. And like we said, when we went from Oakland and we left Oakland and we went to Vegas, everybody was sad. I don't live in Oakland, but I was sad because even though the Oakland Coliseum was a trash and garbage and a landfill, there was something about going there for the Raider games.
Oh yeah.
And it was our trash. It was our home. And when we went to Vegas, I knew Raider fans were gonna follow him to Vegas, and nobody was gonna let it go.
No. Hey man, I've been hearing that the tickets are not that much for SoFi. I might go myself and go black out that stadium with Raider Nation, man.
Well, you already know.
Do a little vlog.
So here we go. I'll show the scores one more time. Here's our predictions for Sunday. We predict the Raiders to be 3-0 by the next time we do our show. You guys let us know what you guys predict as well. And we'll be back next week. Appreciate it. We appreciate all the new people that are showing up. Tall Chin, let everybody know. Let the Raider Nation know that we're here every Wednesday on the Warzone Sports Network. And we're on Twitter, Facebook, we're everywhere. So just let everybody know. Juan, you got anything else to add for this week?
Hey, man, go Raiders. Forget all the haters.
Yes, there we go. Raider Nation, see you next week.